Let me teach you how to nail a weakness question in a job interview every single time. First things first, you are never going to tell them what your actual weakness is. Never give the enemy ammo to shoot you with, right? You don't want to give them a real answer to tell me about the time you solved the biggest problem or you had the biggest challenge or what are you the worst at? What are your weaknesses? Tell me about a time where you failed. Nothing about issues, challenges, conflicts, failing, any problem, issue at all. Anything negative, naturally, you are not going to give them that ammo to really tell them that specific thing they're asking about. You're going to tell them something that you did very easily, that was simple, that you're actually the best at, and say that it was difficult, and say how you overcame it always. Every question about a problem, about a challenge, about a difficulty is really asking you, how did you solve the problem? How did you come up with the solution plan? Walk me through that process. You will not tell them your weaknesses. You will not sit there and be actually vulnerable with a stranger for money. Don't do that. It's not a therapy session. It is a calculated sales offer. So you're going to give answers that they can resonate with so that they feel more connected to you. It's a pump and a fake. It's a pump fake. You can give the following types of answers as what is your biggest weakness when you set it up with this framework? I believe that the biggest weakness I most recently had to overcome was number 1, imposter syndrome. Number 2, delegation. Number 3, speaking up at corporate meetings when the execs were there. Number 4, asking for help. Number 5, my fear of failure. Number 6, intimidation of fancy titles. I wrote this down. Number 7, my perfectionist tendencies. You want to give them answers that they can resonate with, that it will also be able to understand because they probably had that fear or that weakness or that difficulty before as well. So they will relate to you on a personal level. And then you're going to switch it on up and tell them how you already overcame it, how that no longer hinders your success like this. I believe that the biggest weakness that I overcame in my career was my fear of failure. And it kind of dawned on me that it was something I needed to overcome, and I just so happened to do it in the workplace because when I first started out, I had a managerial position, but I was really young, and I kind of just felt inadequate because everybody had really fancy titles, and I was the person who was kind of new on the scene, so I didn't have those big connections, and I just felt like I couldn't make any mistakes because if I did, I would lose my job. And that was a constant fear that I had. I feared trying and speaking up at meetings and giving my point of view and letting people understand my vision. And that made me actually start failing. So it was kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I didn't want to try. I didn't want to do anything new. I didn't want to be innovative because I felt like if I failed, that would mean that my character was shot and that people wouldn't like me and they wouldn't want to work with me and then I would get fired. But I realized that I was the one doing all that. I was the one who was creating that prophecy. I was the one who was putting all that pressure on myself. And I learned from an executive who was my trainer and mentor that there is no such thing as failure. It's just feedback. And I needed the feedback to figure out what I needed to work on and improve. And that helped me build stronger training programs. It helped me build development plans. And it actually just helped me be a better, stronger, more seasoned leader. Is because you actually need to just figure out what you need to figure out. You need to know what you should work on and you need to see where improvement opportunities are. And now I'm very good at identifying those. And I identify those with my team every single week and I'm the best at it.